I came here after going through many difficult and traumatic events in my life, just struggling with a lot of personal issues, also really trying to recenter my place in the world. I'm very concerned about what's happening with our planet and, feeling overwhelmed with how everything is being controlled by money and this, I keep thinking it's a machine that's eating the planet, and I felt like it was starting to eat me, and I really wanted to see if there was a place or another way, and ayahuasca just kind of came to me sort of right at the perfect time, where I heard about it through podcasts and actually heard Hamilton Souther on several podcasts, and finally felt that it was something I was really connected to for many years. I felt very drawn to come here and try it, and finally 5 years later I did. I didn't know what to expect my first ceremony, and I had a very terrifying experience on my first night of sort of just losing control and not being able to walk and do basic things. And the biggest thing for me that night was that the staff was completely there for me. I sort of very quickly felt the trust and love of all the shamanic team and the support team, and that was a huge thing, just to feel safe that first experience and realize that no matter what happened, I was going to be okay, and no matter what I went through, I didn't have to be embarrassed, even if it was throwing up or anything like that, that everybody else was going through the same thing, and it was extremely comforting to go through that and to get over that. And then after that first night, it became very different. It became very peaceful, and I felt a huge comfort in the experience. The next couple of nights, I sort of let myself ease into the experience and really understood just the space I was in and how I could be myself and also let myself go into this space, and really have myself and my past and what I was trying to integrate into this experience. And it gave me an entirely new perspective on my life and everything that I had been I felt trapped inside, and I couldn't see from the outside. And so the past couple of nights, I really got the distance that I needed to see from above and from other times in my life. I kind of really reconnected with who I was as a child, and I remembered, actually last night I had a really interesting experience where I remembered that when I was young, I was trying to connect with myself in the future, and I did this when I was maybe 4 or 5, and I just remembered last night that I would write myself these notes to remember myself in the future, and I just remembered that last night for the first time, maybe 30 years ago. So it was a real incredible moment of connection with my past self, and kind of in this amazing flash, I reconnected with who I was when I was very young, and it was amazing to have a whole new, I felt like I was connecting with many different parts of myself all throughout my life, and that moment on the mat, I was sort of assembling myself, all of those past moments into that one place. It was really incredible. So that's where I got to last night, and I really just retrieved many parts of myself that I had forgotten and I'd been trying to remind myself about for a long time, and I finally reconnected all of that last night. As a camp is beautiful. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been. I'm from Canada, so I'm used to very northern kind of environment, and this is my first time in South America and in the jungle, and it's incredibly beautiful. The property is huge. I take walks in the jungle every day, and it's incredibly peaceful. The property is is beautiful. I don't know what to say other than it's incredibly peaceful. The sounds of the animals and the stars alone, I mean, I was just thinking that's worth it just for being in this environment. It's completely unique, and everybody here is so caring and attentive, and anytime you think you need something, there's someone right there who seems to know exactly what you need right at the right moment. And all of the staff just seems very unconditional in their support and love for everybody here, which was hard for me to, not hard, but it was amazing in the beginning to realize that perfect strangers actually seemed to really care about how I was doing and that I had everything I needed. And yeah, it was my first time coming to Peru and my first time coming to South America, my first time doing ayahuasca. I don't speak Spanish very well, so all of those concerns very quickly, I didn't have them anymore. I mean, everything here is totally supportive and safe, and really nothing lacking that I feel that I missed. I really can't recommend it enough. Anybody who's thinking about coming down and doing ayahuasca, if it's some uncertainty that you have, I feel very confident that if you come down here, any questions or concerns you have are very quickly understood by everyone, and you're definitely not the first person who has had those concerns. And I would recommend it to anybody.